Jason Reese Media Production, Director Jason Reese, Camera 1, date August 16th, 2015, Scene 1, Take 1. Good morning, Batavia. Action. Hey everyone, good morning, Batavia. Hello, I'm Jason Reese, and welcome to another exciting episode of Good Morning, Batavia. Good Morning, Batavia, as always, is written, produced, directed, engineered, marketed, and published by myself, Jason Reese, for Jason Reese Media. We have a pretty good show lined up for you, so let's get right at it. We're going to start out with the headlines today. And in the headlines, we have the Rex Ryan era has began for the Buffalo Bills, although it was a loss, but still it was a good game. Major League Baseball is in action. Tiger Woods misses the cut at the PGA Championship in Wisconsin. And Campaign 2016 is still going. Speaking of Campaign 2016 for the Democrats, Vice President Biden and former Vice President Al Gore might be making a run for the office of the presidency. We'll see about that. And I'm going to give you a quick weather for you for today. High of 88, low of 64, mostly sunny. For tomorrow, high of 89, low of 69, partly cloudy. For Tuesday, high of 84, low of 64, afternoon thunderstorms, and Wednesday, high of 87, low of 68. Afternoon thunderstorms. Currently, it is 68 degrees here in the city of Batavia, New York. We're going to begin with Good Morning Batavia with a news story that's in progress, and that involves the name of Troy Hickman. Troy Hickman's body was found floating down the Tonawanda Creek here behind Kibbe Park about a week ago. They're still investigating. You know, I was talking to a former policeman from Batavia, New York, and he goes, Troy was a good guy. And he goes, they're interested in finding out what happened. And I go, well, what would you look for if you were on this case? He goes, I'd look for a fishing pole to show that maybe that he fell in. Maybe he was fishing, slipped off the bank or whatever. But it's an ongoing case, and there's a lot of rumor and speculation taking place. I was speaking to a friend of mine yesterday, and he said that he and his girlfriend actually talked to Troy before all this happened. So we're going to wait for the police to do their investigation. We're going to see what report comes out, and then we'll report back to you on another episode of Good Morning Batavia. But in the meantime, as I said last week, I did not know Troy Hickman personally, but from what I've seen on his Facebook postings, that he was a very upbeat guy, and I don't know. I think it's going to be, I think it might come out to be the worst. But let's let the police do their job. Also in Batavia, New York, you know, if you've been around for a long time, a man named Steve Holmes. Now, I'm not from Batavia, but Steve Holmes used to come out to my foster parents' house when I lived in Pavilion, New York, when I was a little younger. He used to know my foster brothers and sisters. Well, I just found out the other way through a Facebook posting that he passed away the other day. I am very sorry to hear that, because every time Steve Holmes was in Batavia, New York, he would always see me and spot me and say, hey, Jay, how you doing? And I go, I'm having a hard time recognizing you. He goes, it's me, Steve Holmes. I go, yeah, how you doing, Steve? Steve seemed like a good guy to me, and I hope the best for his family. And I want to say rest in peace, Steve, because you always said hi to me, and you always treated me very nice. And that's all I can say for right now. But if you look on Facebook, you might see his plans for a memorial service, which is at Gil Martin Funeral Home, which is right across the street from where I live. And that's what I want to say. I want to say my goodbye to Steve Holmes, and there you have it. Well, let's talk about what happened the other night with the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills started out pretty good. Matt Castle, Tyrod Taylor, and E.J. Manuel all played, plus Matt Sims played. But the story goes to E.J. Manuel. E.J. Manuel started out with a high snap. He then dropped the football, but the play after that, he goes deep for 51 and gets 6 points out of it. You know, everyone had written him off in play instead of Matt Castle. But right now, if I were starting, I would actually start E.J. Manuel a game in preseason. Next week, we have Tyrod Taylor, I believe, who's starting against Cleveland. So it should be very interesting for the Buffalo Bills as they continue on toward the regular season. Right now, let's switch things around, and we're going to go play a little golf online, by the way. We tried baseball last week. You know, I got beat 16-0. So let's play a couple of holes on World Golf Tour. I have to switch things around. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. See what happens and what we can do today. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Well, it looks like we're going to have to switch over to the live traffic because, as usual, just as you think you got things going, you don't. So let's go over to some live traffic quickly. Live traffic brought to you by Jason Reese Media. And as we see right now, heading... There you go, live traffic for you. Get that out of the way. Thank you. And what we have going on here. Live traffic, as you can tell. We have Settlers Family Restaurant. And it's a nice, beautiful day here in Batavia, New York, as you can see. Live traffic brought to you by Jason Reese Media. As I look east, heading west toward Buffalo, we have sparse traffic on this beautiful day here in Batavia, New York. A little humid. Actually, it's nice and cool out right now. Oh, yeah, there's nothing you can't maneuver around, by the way. And on the way back, heading east, traffic's a little heavier, but still nothing you can't maneuver around. Settlers Family Restaurant, Billy Goats, so you have Lambert's Design, Falcone's Electricity, Denny's, Tops on this side of town. Keeps you pretty busy around here. Anyways, that live traffic is brought to you by Jason Reese Media. Jason Reese Media, serving the city of Batavia, New York, and Genesee County, New York. And live traffic for you. And right now, my computer is, I don't know why it happens on Sundays, but I want to show you how to play World Golf Tour, and we're going to do that. Let's talk a little bit more about Good Morning Batavia while my computer resets up. Serving Batavia, Leroy, Stafford, Byron Burgeon, all of Genesee County, New York. We're going to be talking about the Genesee Community College sports later on. GCC starts up next week, so I should be able to get some pretty good stories coming up. We have the homecoming coming up. That's going to take place September 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Hopefully, I can do some live feeds there and bring you some cool stories and talk to some former alumni. And I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. And hopefully we'll be talking to some alumni. Let's see here. Val Bello, the current general manager. Hopefully I can get an interview with her. I see Matt Locker. I see Val Dunn, Stephanie Kellogg. All these folks who are on WGCC during its first year. Hopefully we can do some interviews with them. And as I still wait for this computer to set up so we can play a little World Golf Tour, I'll tell you a little about myself. You know, I started Good Morning Batavia 2010 at Genesee Community College when it was an all-radio show. But now, thanks to my Samsung Chromebook, what's the word that Tom Clark said the other day? I can't think of the word right now. Little ingenuity. I have my own little TV show, somewhat. Let's try this once more. Alright, we'll be able to play a little golf in a few minutes, by the way. And that's what we have going on right now. So, right now I'm quite happy with the way things are going, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can get better equipment. As you can tell, first of all, I have a little tapestry behind me, and the lighting is much better than what it was. Once I pull this shade down a little, much better there, as you can tell. So we're slowly getting things up to speed. It takes time to do something like this, especially when you don't have a budget like I don't have. And there we go. We're going to set up the golf tournament for right now, and then we'll be playing a couple holes just to show you how to play online golf. '76 already. Wow, man, yeah, temperature's flying today. There we go. Fine. Okay. And welcome back to Good Morning Batavia. As you can see, we're finally getting the golf game going. Thank you. Took a while, but that's life. Can't have everything perfect when you do a stunt like this. Let's see if we can get it a little closer. There we go. All right, let's play some golf. All righty. Now, World Golf Tour is a fun game to play, by the way, especially if you like playing like me. If you're a golf enthusiast, go to the webpage. Different types of games you can play, closest to the hole, blitz. And not now, guys, please, thank you. 10:16 a.m. We already started a hole. As you can tell, I'm a Tour Pro. I am at 94. So my goal is to drop scores. And that's what we'll be doing here. As you can tell, it has a little ways to go, but still pretty cool to look at. What we got going on here is we're setting up everything. We're at the Marion Golf Club at Ardmore, Pennsylvania. 80% set up. And here we go. Let's play some golf. Use pass, no thank you. And just like any other video game, you have your lever here. The key is, if you look at this closely, there's your pin. So I'm going to try to take this golf ball with a 10-mile-an-hour wind, and we're going to try to put it around right there. So it looks like about 240 yards. So we pull, draw back, go there, and you want to try to get it right. It's a little too far, actually, but since we have a 10-mile-an-hour wind, as you can tell, look where the golf ball is going. It's still on the fairway. Pretty neat, huh? That's pretty cool. So on our first drive on the fairway, we hit it for 229 yards. 11 yards short for what I wanted, but right now we're going fifth for a second shot, as you can tell right there. We're going to try to drop it around 50 yards, and hopefully it'll roll 4 yards. So there you go. There's 80 yards there. Half of 80 is 40. Go a little further than that. We're going to drop it right about here, and let's see what happens. And we get it up in the air. Rolls 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So we rolled a little further than what I wanted, but still, I'm in pretty good range for a birdie. See what happens. See if we can make a birdie here. We got 18 feet for a birdie, so you look at this, it says 30 feet for putting. Half of 30 is 15, so I'm going to probably pull it to about right here, but I'm going to end it, which way we got to go on there? So let's try it like this. Pull it back a little. A little shorter than that. Put it over here. And nice putt. There it is. Look at, look at. Oh, just goes by. I have a pretty good mess to clean up for my par shot, but I should be able to make this shot. So let's try it again. 8.3 feet. Half of 15 is 8.5. So we're going to try to put it right around here. Drop it in a little. See what happens. It's rolling. Oh, we're going to get a bogey on this hole. There you go. So you can have a lot of fun on the internet, and this is one of the sites I like to play. We're going to play one more. We'll play till about 20 after, 25 after. Right now, in honor of today's PGA Championship at Whistler in Wisconsin, we'll play a little golf for you here at Good Morning Batavia. Take it to the next hole here. We have 204 now. Look where you're at. So we're here. This is me right here at 334 total. We're going to take this up to about 240 some yards, I'm thinking. Yeah, 241. So we're going to do the same thing as before. Draw it back. Nice swing, by the way. Looks like it's going to stay on the fairway. Oh, it just misses the fairway. So we're in the rough. That's all right though. We have a wind that's going east at 10 to 12 miles an hour, so we're going to add a little bit of oomph to it this time. See what happens here. Gets it up. And water hazard. How does that work? 1 stroke penalty. Now, right now, on my 3rd stroke. So we have to get this in relatively close. There we go. Nice shot, by the way. Oh! Not bad. Looks like we're going to get a bogey on this hole. 2 bogeys. Let's try it. 5.3 feet. I'll take it. Not too bad. So you can have a lot of fun playing this type of sport. Not just this sport. Whatever sport you like to play or whatever you like to do. I notice a lot of people like to play battles and all that other stuff that people do online. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Let's try it again here. Oh, there we go. Alrighty here. We're going to try to put a birdie out this time. We're going to try a different approach. We're going to try to get it closer to the hole. So I'm going to nail this one. Well, I can't go through the trees, though, so I have to bring it back over. Let's see what we can do. Oops. Ooh, in the brush. Let's just bring it out. Don't need to try to do anything fancy. Use a lob wedge, get it on the fairway. There we go. It's got to make it easy for my 3rd shot, which is 118 yards. I think I'll be using a 6 iron, an 18. Not bad. Liquid rolls. Don't go down the hill. Don't go down the hill. Ah, okay. We're still in it. Gonna be a tough par, by the way. And there we have it. Should be an easy bogey. So we're starting out pretty rough. We're playing 9 holes. We're at +3. Ooh, gotta get a double bogey on that one. Just breaks to the right. All right, want to go one more hole at 10:23 a.m. You're watching Good Morning Batavia, and as we remember, today's the PGA Championship in Whistler, Wisconsin. So I decided to play a little golf today since we have no scheduled guests. And speaking of scheduled guests, I'll be sending out invitations to anyone who might want to participate. You can participate live by stopping up here in the studio, or you can send in a video clip, or we can do a video conference, whatever you like. If you have a website, a product, or an event you want to promote, feel free. Contact me at 585-344-2249. Or you can contact me at 585-201-2022, or you can send an email to jreese7@verizon.net. Let's see what we can do here. Par 3, 18 yards. Ooh, hit a ridge. Didn't even see that. Oh, because I'm still in the sand. There we go. Roll back, roll back. No, that doesn't give you the roll back. This will be a tough one. Oh, jeez. Another double bogey. Not the way I wanted to start things, but this is pretty challenging if you like challenging video games like I do. Online games, excuse me. There it is. Oh, hits the lip. And there we go. There you go. Triple bogey. But that gives you an idea of some of the fun you can have online while playing whatever you like to do, actually. So let's go to the weather quickly. Let's see what we have for the weather. And there you have it. Mostly sunny for today. I have 87. I use weather.com by as you can tell. Gives you everything you need to know. Today a high of 87, tomorrow 89, 87. So it's going to be pretty warm, wet, wet, wet. 3 days out of the 5 are going to be wet. And when you scroll down at weather.com, it gives you a hurricane watch. Looks like something coming off the west coast. Two storms named for. This forecast is serious. So we have all cool things to do on online here. And finally, let's go back to let's go to Google Plus. See what we got going on here. There's Good Morning Batavia. There I am right there. So that's all you really have to do when you look for Good Morning Batavia. And hit play. It's going to take us to Good Morning Batavia. But later on, you'll be able to see this on YouTube as it's edited up and stored. And as you can tell, we should be seeing... there that is, and there's Jason Reese. Please stand by. And this is what you get when you go to Good Morning Batavia if you're looking for it online. Remember, Good Morning Batavia is on Sunday mornings. This is just took place, so as you can tell, we have a little delay. But that's all right. And let's get back to get ready to close down Good Morning Batavia. Let's hang on here. Let's hear a little applause. Good Morning Batavia. Later on, you'll be able to see this on YouTube as it's stored. And there you have it, as we get ready to wrap up today's episode of Good Morning Batavia. I enjoyed doing this, by the way. There's our golf. And we should take us right to... There we go. Now let's get back over here. We'll give you a final weather update and a final live traffic update right now. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but my camera, it's on wheels. Makes things pretty easy, by the way. And as you can tell, if you look around, give you an idea of what my studio looks like. There's my TV and stuff. There's my monitor. There's my lighting. So we don't really have too much going on here, but it's still fun to do if you're a fan of the internet like I am. So at 10:28 a.m., let's get ready to wrap up Good Morning Batavia for today. I enjoyed playing that golf. Hopefully you can enjoy playing golf also. Just go to worldgolftour.com and sign up for an account and have some fun online. We're going to give you one final look at the traffic for you. Traffic brought to you by Jason Reese Media. Jason Reese Media, where it's all about Jason Reese. And for the final traffic update for today, as we look west on Route 5, headed toward Buffalo, we have very light traffic right now. Coming back, heading east, as you can tell by the stop sign, the traffic's picking up. It looks like they're in a pace car on a racetrack. You know, they're lined up 2 by 2, and here they go. There goes the flag. And traffic's a little heavier heading east toward Leroy right now. Got a nice breeze taking place, so it shouldn't be really too bad if you want to go outside and do some activities. And next week on Good Morning Batavia, I don't have anything lined up just yet, but I think next week we're going to play Genesee County Rocks Volume 1 in its entirety, which takes about 28 minutes, so I won't be on live at all much next week, but hopefully you can join me and you can enjoy an original soundtrack from Batavia, New York, which was created by myself and Jan Dirks in 2002. Well, it's 10:29 a.m. and this is about we're ready to wrap up Good Morning Batavia, New York. I just want to say, I don't know who's got a viewer anyways. Join me next week here at Google Plus, and you can go to YouTube, look for the Jason Reese Media channel, and I have all 3 Good Morning Batavias. We started on August 2nd, August 9th, and today's August 16th. And I believe in 1969, during this time, Woodstock was taking place. I think it took place the 14th, 15th, and 16th of August. Grateful Dead, Janis Joplin, The Who, Jimi Hendrix were there, and it was a party. It's the predecessor for a lot of these Lollapalooza and all these other concerts that are taking place. But let's be real about it. There was 3 Woodstock, and there's only really one historic Woodstock, and that was the first one. The last 2 were nothing more than money grabs and trying to make a name for themselves. The bands were good, but they didn't have the reason, because the Woodstock was an anti-war movement celebration. But anyways, that concludes Good Morning Batavia for today. I'm your host, Jason Reese, and I hope to see you next week with a few more visitors. And if not, we can always still have fun on the web. Anyways, for Good Morning Batavia, I'm your host, Jason Reese, and see you next week. And that concludes this episode of Good Morning Batavia. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a wrap. See you next week, and goodbye.